What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today, and today we have the August 2025 Coral Sea International Airport update for you all. I hope all of you are excited for this today, as we have some very exciting developments. As expected, we do have a brand new airline and service, and we just have a bunch going on here today. So I hope all of you are excited for this today. Let's just go ahead and get started, everybody. And actually, to change it up a little bit, we're going to start with this Qantas because I want to progress up to the new airline. So starting right here, gate number 4, we have this QantasLink Airbus A220-300. This aircraft's currently loading up with a non-stop service today out to Sydney today, and as expected, this is on the later arrival now, so very glad to have this. This is a wonderful model. GeminiJets has really done a great job over the last several years, and this aircraft is no exception to that. Awesome mold, looks really sharp, and definitely a great job on the printing and so forth, so never can complain with this aircraft, and as you all would probably expect, I'm certainly very glad to have it. So again, this QantasLink Airbus A220-300. Very excited to see hopefully some new Qantas routes here in the near future, whether that's like Melbourne or Perth or somewhere like that. But obviously Qantas has quite a fleet and they're very capable, so very excited to see where they progress from here. But getting some different angles here of all of our aircraft at the concourse. Pretty cool that we're able to get some awesome views here. The iPhone's a great tool. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and pan on over to gate number 3. And in focus now we have the Jetstar Airbus A320. This aircraft by NG Models is currently loading up and getting ready for a non-stop service today, heading on over to Brisbane after coming in from Sydney. So yeah, some more really fun destinations, and they're still being served at their current frequency, but I am really starting to hear rumors that there is a good chance that these will be bouncing up here pretty soon. So very excited to see what these turn into. I certainly think that there'll be quite a bit of movement here, so absolutely stay on the lookout for it. It's very exciting, and I'm eager to see what it's going to look like. So again, the Jetstar A320, get a little bit closer of a view here now, is currently making the non-stop flight today, and this is going to be heading out to Brisbane after coming in from Sydney. So definitely a very powerful route there, and will continue to be quite an asset here as we continue to move forward. So love this, and it's certainly a great aircraft to get the feature here in the collection today. Our next aircraft is going to be the Scoot Airbus A320. This is by Phoenix. Got a very good deal with this at the Singapore model store, and highly recommend if you ever get a chance to go to an international die-cast model aircraft store to do so. They're very unique, pretty fascinating. This one particularly didn't even take I should say any digital payment that was not the local Singapore bank, which was pretty crazy, and I couldn't install that because I wasn't a resident, so that was certainly a very fascinating experience. But nevertheless, here at Gate 2, this aircraft is heading out to Singapore, so very cool to get the feature here, and it's certainly going to have a little bit of competition now as well, but Scoot is still very committed to new services here in the near future. I haven't heard any news yet, but definitely stay tuned. I think by next update, we're going to have some really big movements as we move into essentially what's spring break in September, which will be kind of like March for this airport. So very excited to continue to see how it progresses, and it's certainly going to be fascinating to see what we end up with here at the airport. So no doubt going to be ready for it. It's going to be pretty fascinating. So Scoot's looking good, and definitely glad to feature them here. In our first new narrow body here of the Coral Sea International Airport from the launch update is going to be this Singapore Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8. This is their Star Alliance special delivery. You can also see the purple winglets really good here from this perspective. This is a really good model. This is another Phoenix, and there was just an abundance of these. I think they sold pretty good, but just in this particular case was able to get a very good deal on it. So it's a great looking model, and I'm sure we'll see some Singapore wide bodies at some point down the road, but Singapore starting logical, especially with the competition from Scoot, but they're going to introduce daily service to Singapore. So yeah, really cool to get Singapore on board here. I certainly think that they're going to make quite a nice contribution here at the airport. I'm excited to see what it's going to be all about, and like I said, I certainly think that it will be quite an awesome addition here at the airport. So eager to see what it's all about, and this is a singulatory gate for the moment. I have heard rumors that they do look to move down the concourse at some point, but Gate 1 is theirs for this moment, so very excited about that. And who knows, they could turn into a hybrid stand or whatever if they do want to bring in a wide body. I'm sure there's enough room to support that. So eager to see how they'll format it up and how they'll align the gates and so forth, but that'll all come with time. Right now we have the 737 MAX. I think this will be probably here for at least till the summer at the earliest. I wouldn't anticipate this getting gauged until the summer at the earliest, but should be pretty successful, you know, obviously really cool. Now Air New Zealand is their Star Alliance counterpart here. So by default, we're obviously going to see a little bit of competition there to, still market share. But obviously, the big news here is that Singapore is going the other way. So that certainly makes more sense in the way of connections and so forth. And yeah, great to have a legacy carrier now heading over that way. And for connections, it really makes sense because we don't have a legacy carrier going that way yet. So this will provide a really, really good option. I certainly think this will be huge. So excited to see where it goes, and this will definitely be big. So the Singapore Airlines Star Alliance MAX 8 has nonstop service over to Singapore today. Our next aircraft is the Cebu Pacific that we've come accustomed to, the Airbus A330neo. And this aircraft, as you may guess, is currently making the nonstop service today, heading on over to Cebu, which has certainly been awesome. Now, they are making rumors about 4 times weekly services. That hasn't been formally announced for a date, but it's pretty much confirmed, which is very exciting. So great to get more frequency here. And we'll continue to expand the landscape here at the airport. So excited to see what that's going to be all about. It's going to be pretty fun. But anyway, this aircraft's looking sharp. Got all the ground service equipment. Got some marshallers out there working on it too. So it's certainly going to be fun to see what this turns into. But overall, looking very nice. So this aircraft is going to be making its way out there. And over here, you have the Air New Zealand Boeing 777-300ER. And this aircraft, if I can avoid shading it, is going to have a nonstop service today heading on over to Auckland. So another very powerful service that's been very strong here at the airport. So glad to see Auckland continuing to go strong and be a very reliable service. And like I said, we now have Singapore, but shouldn't really take away very much from the 3 weekly services. So yeah, a couple of rumors floating around that's doing really good, which is awesome to hear. So hopefully we'll be seeing more in the way of Air New Zealand service. But for now, obviously want to maintain the current service and continue to promote it. And that's exactly what the airport's done. So very excited for that. And overall, Air New Zealand's looking very sharp. Speaking of the airport, I also want to highlight gate number 5 that has been installed. So gate number 5 is here. Very excited about gate 5, and this will prove powerful for the next narrow-body carrier to come in. So obviously now we can assign this gate up to an airline. Looks like they were doing some line testing here earlier, so that's really cool. And in fact, it appears that they actually just moved it back a little bit. So it looks like they're doing some live testing, which is pretty cool. So fun to get to catch a glimpse of that. And overall, gate number 5 is looking nice, and it appears that they're working pretty strong over there on that gate. And if I bounce over here, you're going to see actually that they're really working on that wide body gate down there. So perhaps we'll be seeing that gate introduced here in the near future. We will have to see. But anyway, I really hope that you all enjoyed this Coral Sea International Airport update. Very excited for September's update. We'll have a bunch of fun going on there. This is the last one I'm pre-recording. I'm actually all the way back at the beginning of May when I'm recording this, so I'm sure quite a bit of progression has happened in my life and so forth, and it's always fun to look back. And when I'm filming the last set or airport update for the pre-recorded videos that I'm doing, I just always really like to reflect a little bit. So yeah, I'm eager to see where we're going to be. There's certainly going to be plenty of progression. It's going to be pretty fascinating to watch, but of course we'll take it one step at a time. There's a bunch going on here, so eager to see what happens. And I hope all of you are excited to continue to follow along the journey. It's going to be pretty fascinating. So we'll take it one step at a time, like I said, and continue to take it from here. But I hope all of you are excited. Definitely check out the previous videos if you haven't already. And with that, that'll do it for today's video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.